be eaten while they're talking. So I'm gonna have the headset off. The microphone, whatever. Alright, let you two have your moment.
Stop it already!
Ha 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 ha.
Well, what did you expect?
Artyom, the colonel's waiting for you on the bridge.
Yeah.
What's up with your plate carrier? Tokarev was mad. It's a long story.
Come on, out with it.
Well, there I am, sitting on a beam, looking at Artyom milling about below.
Oh, you are so full of it. Artyom did most of the work.
That he did, yeah, he did. But you don't have to interrupt my lies. You asked me about the Vest yourselves. Alright, go on. So I see Artyom get to the door, and I think it's time I came down. So I do. But something just holds on to me. What does? How should I know? It's dark, nobody around. But I can't move. And those locals kept going on about Tsar something. So I thought I was in a kind of a bind. So? So I just unfastened the safety and leapt down. There was that shed down there. The roof was kind of closed.
And what about the Tsar?
Oh, blue, the Tsar was huge, scary as shit. And there was this rusty bolt, and my carrier got snagged on it. Well, you Duke are lucky you already have a nickname.
That's hilarious. And what was next?
Oh, next. Next we jumped that old preacher of theirs. Well, Artyom did most of it. He swooped in like a hawk. Yeah, he's good. While I was clamoring about those beams and fighting that side. Oh, I'm killing myself. Well, he basically solved the whole problem.
True that. Good job, Artyom.
Yeah, you both did well. Krest also.
Sure, he did a swell job distracting those guards. I almost wet my pants with laughter when they started hauling that timber. He's an artist.
Yeah, he's a great guy. You all came out on top of the game.
And that calls for what?
A trick.
You nailed it. You truly are one of us now, Sam. Will you be joining us?
Nah, not now. I'll have some at dinner.
Well, you'll have to catch up then.
Sure thing. Anyways, we will just have a little as a warm-up now. Great!
That's some good stuff.
Hey guys, there's something I've been thinking about. What does everyone expect of this trip?
Personally, I want to come back and tell Sveta of my adventures. So that she'd look at me with her huge gray eyes without blinking and keep saying, "You're such a hero, darling."
So you're expecting heroics and scars. That works.
And why did you come?
Well, my heart is aching for true romance. But in the metro, all women want a solid relationship, a reliable husband, a real provider. Enough of that smug smile. It's unbearable. Not that I've had much better luck here so far. As soon as Katya came aboard, Stepan started cooing around her like a peacock.
You should be happy. Katya is a tough girl. You'd be under her thumb in no time.
That is unlikely. I'm not the kind of man to upstage his friend in a contest for a lady. Especially when that friend promises to break my arm. I'll catch my stroke of luck soon enough. There in Yamantau, women from all over the country have already gathered, waiting for yours truly. How about you, Demir? What made you go?
Well, at first I just went along with you guys, the colonel. But even then I thought, this is my chance to make my dream come true. A chance to see Kazakhstan, my people. But first, we must come back to Moscow, because it isn't fair. People must know that they've put up with enough. They are free. They can live outside now. What do you think about that, idiot?
I'm with you, Demir. Yet, freedom is not so simple. There was this freedom fighter, Che Guevara. He died under 40. Comrade Mao, whose book you've been perusing on the other hand, was a strict ruler but lived a long life.
Well, we should have expected that from you. Weird thing, though, is that you are called idiot.
I know. It's by his own choice. Because he's so fond of Chekhov.
Chekhov too, of course. But it's Dostoevsky for the most part, Sam, my friend.
Sure, I read the book too. It's just that I mix them up a lot. Chekhov wrote about that son of Austerlitz, a wounded officer. Powerful imagery.
You are just killing me. How about you, Uncle Sam? Got dreams?
You know, I just want to ride my board again. Spark a joint up on a beach. Catch that wave. Deep inside, under a grizzled metro dweller, there's still a relaxed Californian inside me.
Ah, get out of here!
So you know, before Dad talked me into joining the Corps, I used to wear my hair long. He told me they'd make a decent citizen out of the total disappointment that I was, and sent me to college once I was discharged. I joined, and they sent me to the Middle East.
Wow, so do you hope your guys would pick you up? I don't see them around.
Yeah, I don't hold my breath for my guys. Once this mission's over, I'll submit my discharge papers. I'll reach the ocean, and there, find a ship maybe?
Oh yeah, just imagine it. You arrive on that ship and they go like, ah, the Russians are coming! You are one of us now. You don't really need to go anywhere.
At least don't put your Ushanka on. They will sink you on sight.
I won't, though I will take my balalaika with me.
Well, who has any expectations for our reception at Yamantau?
Well, your expectations, Alyosha, are quite obvious, huh? Scantily clad junior officer ladies unrolling the red carpet.
Yeah, I'm a simple guy. How about you guys?
Well, I hope they will answer a few questions. For example, if there is not a single American within hundreds of miles from Moscow, save for our friend Samuel here, why stay on the ground?
I'd put it a bit differently. Did you, dearest High Command gentlemen, know that we in Moscow had to spend 20 years on the ground?
Huh, by all means, you can ask those while I'm enjoying my briefing with the junior officer ladies, huh?
I don't know. I'm in the mood for a road trip.
Oh, we got ourselves a true traveler here.
Yeah, we will have to live and see.
You are right.
We are on a road trip. Alright, everybody done? Hey.
Mr. Tokarev. He got the decoder working.
Ark, come in. Come in, Ark. Over. This is Ark. Identify yourself. Over. This is Colonel Svetoslav Myelnikov speaking. I'm in command of a special operations force. We have received your signal and are currently heading your way. Do you copy? Over. Yes, yes. Hear you loud and clear. Who am I talking to? How do I address you? The Deputy Chief of Communications Department, Major Ivanov. A moment. Oh, yes, Major. I understand that the checkup is in order. Great, Colonel. Melnikov? Simply capable. I am sorry for the lack of trust, but, as you know, the situation is dire and the enemy is always ready to strike. I do understand, Major, and I hope that you could tell the leadership that my people are true to their duty and will be at their full disposal as soon as we arrive. Over. Thank you for the great news.
Excuse you.
How large is your force, Colonel? I have a squad of the best operatives the Special Forces have to offer. A squad? I see. Well, this is great. Great! Yes, we aren't a large force, but we bring a message of extreme importance. We are heading towards you from Sector K6 Alpha. Do you have any data on enemy forces we might encounter on the way? Over. Just a moment, I have to check. K6, Alpha, you say? As far as I can see, there have been no enemy encounters reported in the area, Colonel. I regret. I must end our conversation here, but know that we are waiting for your arrival. I am making my report immediately, and I am sure the Minister of Defense will be eager to see you. This is a great honor. Thank you. Just a few words more, though. What is the general situation here, Major? Please. Colonel, sir, you do understand this is classified information. But I do understand you. We are doing fine. Do not worry. Well, see you in the Ark. Over and out. I serve the people. Over and out.
So, do you get this now, you doubting Thomas? I'm so excited my hands are still shaking. The minister himself. This is incredible. By the way, Artyom, you should take a look at the map. Straight for the Yamantau complex. Katya and Chris tell me that the line there is in decent condition. Surprising, really, taking into account the number of priority targets there. So we can hope for smooth sailing from here, and right to the very destination. It's not even that far, but our speed depends on the state of the track. So I think it's going to take us quite some time to get there. So, Yermak, where were we?
You were saying, it's all about the results.
Ah, yes. These soft-bellied attitudes must stop. The ends do justify the means.
Oh, I don't object. Not all ends can be called just.
Exactly. And this is why I have been waiting for a chance like this for ages. And now everything seems to be coming together. It's the government. Don't you understand?
Oh, but of course.
don't seem to quite grasp the importance, which is unexpected, especially after the news you just heard.
Yes. Well, say there is a government. So what? We spent so many years apart, so why worry now?
Ah, but don't you see? They probably knew nothing about us. With the sheer power of enemy strikes directed at Moscow, they never expected so many of us to survive. And now we get to tell them Moscow still lives. And not only that, it also preserved a functioning civilization. Do you get that? All these years we were fighting a losing battle for mere survival. And now we have a new goal.
And what would that goal be?
You don't get this, do you? The command center should have all of the command and control networks, all the intelligence. They should know where all the nukes hit, have complete fallout maps. They have everything. Information rules the world. And Metro is chock full of people. Put two and two together, we could repopulate the country. Yeah, of course, not at once. First, we might have to take the country back. But we'll be doing this under the direction of a real government. People with all the necessary skills. And in the end, we will break out of the underground dead end we are in.
It would be nice, sure. By the way, I meant to ask for some time now. How did you learn about the Allentown bunker, Colonel?
Oh, the information about the ARC project I have is beyond a doubt. I'm saying this as a group officer. I have colleagues working there, preparing evacuation plans. So I've been briefed into it officially.
So, now we just have to get there. And we will. We will. The journey won't be easy, though.
We were never looking for an easy way.
Yes. I've been thinking about that for a long time. The Central Industrial District, a priority target. Gautier did confirm my suspicions. The tracks might have survived partially, but the state they're in, though, is most likely terrible. I think we'll have to fix sections of the track.
I think our people can handle it. Besides, I'm sure there will be sidetracks.
What do you think could have happened in the relatively intact territories in the meantime?
That's a good question. Well, we are going to learn it pretty soon.
Yes. Yes, that we will.
Here's one of my favorites.
So, what was it? The Colonel is always right, and we're just filling our heads with dumb ideas. It's like living in a fairy tale. A prince has rescued his princess from a monster-infested dungeon and is taking her to his magic kingdom where they are going to live happily ever after. Do you think we're going to find that kingdom in the end? Though, if it's with you, I'll be fine anywhere. Live happily ever after is the most important part as far as I'm concerned. Do you think that when we come back to Metro, they will believe us? They, who live there, bury their folks there, feed their children with rat meat. I agree with Father when he says it was the only way to preserve civilization. But what do you think they will find easier to believe? That they'd be able to get out to the surface and live there like they once did? Or that they'd spent 20 years underground for nothing? Just because secrecy demanded they stay there? Just because they didn't have the fucking security clearance? I simply don't know, Artyom. I only know that even if we ever go back there, and it's a big if, I'm definitely not staying. My home is here, somewhere on the surface. I just don't know where yet. And thank you, Artyom. No matter what Dad says, thank you for leading us outside. I'm sorry. All right, I'll stop going on. Leaving already? Well, go get them, Tiger.
Oh, Artyomich, another smoke break. Good. This, knife thing.
Pretty rough, huh? But you can't do anything about it. Now, you people in Moscow, you used to live underground. I guess that's why you all look kinda pale. Quite different from my place. I hail from Kadui village. It's near Cherepovets. You heard of it? Yeah, well, no wonder. Our place was the middle of nowhere before the war. There was no point spitting at us, much less wasting bombs. So, it wasn't all that bad at the start. The townsfolk were joking that it was a good thing since their credit slates were all wiped clean. But when the nuclear winter came, they weren't as merry anymore. Didn't used to be that hot even before that, but now, even the fucking thermometers froze. Though I wasn't really educated or anything, I'd always liked science, so I knew the winter would come. The moment the bombs started falling, I knew I had to move south before the snow got too thick. Fixed an old truck, hopped on, never looked back. Didn't even come close to the large cities. Moscow and such, they were the main targets, of course. The villages weren't much better off, though. There was awful shit going on. Atrocities of the kind you don't even want to recall. Yeah, at the time I was getting kinda unhinged myself. The first winter I spent alone in a lair like a bear. Took over a grocery shop's underground storage. Food kept well in that cold. And that cold lasted a few years, with frost bouts happening even in the summer. Became impossible to survive alone, so later on I would try to find company for the winters. Some were good people, others were real assholes. As the years went by, the good people became more of a rarity, you know. And some really nasty animals started appearing too. Near the areas bombed to rubble, the forest turned red. Always red. And there emerged those two-headed deer. What? They are real lookers. And they eat, well, they're even worse than they look. There's this mutant nettle that grows on dead bodies and always moves like it's alive. Well, you will know it when you see it. So, that nettle is what they eat. That's how the locals find it. When you see a deer, that means there's a body nearby. The deer just wait for the nettle to grow. Boy, does it grow fast. The locals dry it and smoke it. Oh, those smokes were the roughest I've ever had. No wonder, really. So, I basically ended up going all over the place, almost reached Astrakhan. The winters there were a bit better, but that place had problems of its own. I mean, the local bandits have been capturing people running from the coal, selling them further south. I had to run in with them too. Had to present my truck to one asshole there. Though soon I fixed this rail car and started trading stuff, earning some cash, masquerading as a bandit not to stand out too much. But let me tell you, watching the things they did was too tough. So, as soon as the sky cleared and winter receded, I decided to move east, since there's a lot of space there, not as many people. And on my way there, I got stopped by Silantius and his cult, and that's how it goes, bratucha. That's my story. Life sure is interesting.
was another. How did it go? Ah, here goes.
Thank you, Stefan. You did so well.
Well, let us talk business for a change. Namely, the engine status.
Well, hello, my brother in arms. Need a warm-up, huh? Well, by all means, be my guest. I've been thinking here, how did Sylvanas manage to fool his people so quickly and so thoroughly? Charisma? Animal magnetism? Something in that faith of his? It is a well-known phenomenon, actually. As soon as hard times hit, people's ability to think rationally shuts down. When there's danger, or lack of food, an animal wakes up inside any Homo sapien. That animal, usually safely dormant, rears its head again. And what does that animal need? Not much. A pack, a leader, some food, and an enemy. The animal does not respect complex categories. It prefers a simple, black and white world with no shades of gray. This fact, by the way, was always appreciated by the powers that be. As soon as democracy seems to be winning in a way they do not like, bam, they start a war. Or go each other. If you make people feel threatened, they immediately go looking for a strong leader. They're even ready to eat less, only to alleviate the threat. Of course, no. Power needs ideology or religion. They are essentially the same thing. And usually, people don't even want to figure things out. They just want to get rid of anxiety, born from the complete and utter purposelessness of their existence. They also want an easily understandable goal, which they can single-mindedly pursue all their lives to the demise of those attending them. People are simple creatures. Are you familiar with the philosophical concept of Wu Wei? It's effortless action from Taoism. If we do well to adopt it, of course, it doesn't mean shouldn't make any effort at all. Giving people a hand, doing a good deed is never bad. But changing the world order in accordance to our subjective morality? Are we gods or what? See, we had this operative hunter. Although Katya, even though he probably didn't know it himself, he did put one thing right. The job of macrophage is to fight threats. But that's what they did back home. And when we fight, from the locals' point of view, these strangers are such a threat. And shouldn't be surprised when we catch the attention of their macrophages. I might be overthinking this, of course. Sometimes the simple solution really is the best. Sometimes. So anyway, next time, of course, do your thing. But remember that I warned you. Dyer, all right, what we doing?
Is the pump in order now?
Yes, we have fixed it.
How much time will it take to refill the water tank from now on?
Around 3 hours if we don't have to clean the filters.
Do we have any spares, just in case?
We do, but not the whole set, just the rough one.
A shame. Have we got oil, at least?
Oh, sure. We'll have to get to Vladivostok if need be.
Well, I doubt we'd have to go that far. But at least something is in abundance. The pipes?
As I have told you already, it's high time for an overhaul. Christ and I did our best removing the line buildup, but...
Well, we just can't afford that. Are you finished with all the checks?
looks like it. But let's have another go, just in case.
Yes, that can't hurt.